On today's Mortal Kombat News MashUp, we finally get an official announcement for the sequel to 2021's Mortal Kombat. Ed Boon is now Hall of Famer Ed Boon, and did NetherRealm Studios just leak details about Mortal Kombat 12? That and more. What is up, guys? Welcome to the MashUp, running all this news in Mortal Kombat that you might have missed from the week. I have to say I'm super excited about today's episode. We've got the Mortal Kombat movie news, we've got Mortal Kombat 12 news. Let's just get to it. First up, have you ever wanted to see Mortal Kombat in the eyes of your favorite characters? Well, one gamer and content creator lets you do just that. Gamer and content creator Shar has posted videos on his YouTube channel of Mortal Kombat 11 gameplay from a first-person perspective of various MK characters. From this perspective, we get a more intimate look at intros, victory animations, mercies, friendships, fatalities, fatal blows, crushing blows, and brutalities. Mortal Kombat characters he's made first-person perspectives of so far include Jade, Liu Kang, Scorpion, Kitana, and fan favorite Mileena. Event Hubs highlighted Mileena's perspective video saying, as expected from Mileena in Mortal Kombat in general, many of these animations depict extreme amounts of gore. Even in intro cinematics, Mileena can normally be seen stabbing or feasting on some poor soul. Now we get to see all this happen from Mileena's perspective. Mileena's friendship is particularly interesting from a first-person perspective, as Mileena will spin in 360 degrees while holding a teddy bear. During the Tea Party segment of the friendship, Mileena can't actually see the teddy bear slump over until she actually looks directly at it and reacts. Make sure to check out all of Shar's videos, I'll link to the description down below, and let me know which character's perspective you found the most interesting. Alright, let's get to that Mortal Kombat sequel news. On Wednesday, Deadline exclusively reported that New Line Cinema was moving forward with a Mortal Kombat sequel. Other than a rundown of the previous movie, the article describes the new scriptwriter for the sequel, Jeremy Slater. Slater, who is the head writer on the upcoming Marvel Disney Plus series Moon Knight, is also attached to Screen Gems Thread and the Netflix 21 Lapse film Uprising. He's also adapting Stephen King's The Tommyknockers for Universal and James Wan. He's developed the Umbrella Academy for the Netflix UCP Dark Horse, and was a co-creator and showrunner of The Exorcist on Fox. Many fans pointed out that the first film didn't have the traditional Mortal Kombat tournament structure of the games and previous films. Will this new scriptwriter Slater help change that? In his message to MK fans, he said, "Beyond excited to be joining his team, we're building something bigger and better and bloodier that's going to blow people's minds. Obviously, Warner Brothers is bringing someone who has worked on a Marvel project they must think that they can greatly improve on the first movie and give it a fighting chance to do better at the box office." Following Deadline's announcement, producer Todd Garner tweeted a teaser poster for the sequel with the caption, "This." The poster shows the number 2 in flames drawing heavily from Scorpion and Liu Kang's Fire Dragon animality. He later tweeted a picture of himself with the caption, "Love my MK family, thank you for being patient, we're working hard to ensure it was worth the wait," and then changed his profile picture to Boss Logic's version of the teaser poster, with the number 2 now being made of Scorpion's kunai spear and chain with a backdrop of the NetherRealm. The cast from the first Mortal Kombat also got in the mix, either tweeted or retweeted about the announcement, sharing in fans' excitement. Makad Brooks, who played Jack Spriggs, tweeted, "It's official, round 2, y'all ready?" Jessica McNamee, who played Sonya Blade, tweeted, "Mortal Kombat 2.0, baby." Louis Tan, who played the fan-contentious new character Cole Young, tweeted, "Round 2, what do you want to see?" And Sissy Stringer, who played fan-favorite Mileena, tweeted out, "Round 2. What's interesting about this is Daniel Nelson, who played Cabal, Josh Lawson, who played Kano, and Nathan Jones, who played Reiko, didn't tweet anything about the sequel announcement, making it seem as though maybe we will see Mileena 2.0 in Mortal Kombat 2. Fans of Mortal Kombat and the movie shared their excitement with the content creator of Future Boy Who tweeting, "This news was the highlight of my day and pretty much everyone's. Here we go. Time to return back to the tournament. It's officially round 2. Thank you, Todd Garner. We trust in you and what's to come." Greg Hall from the We Podcast and We Know Things podcast commented on my tweet with the question, "So is this the new video game The Rock was doing?" Chris from the Superhero Slate podcast also commented on my tweet with, "Will there actually be a Mortal Kombat this time? Needs a tournament and Striker." Make sure to check out the latest episodes of both podcasts, links in the description below. Uppercut Editions also added a handwritten number 1 to the MK2 teaser poster to make it read 12, as in Mortal Kombat 12, with the caption, "This needs to come next." So what's next for the sequel and what do we have to look forward to? Well, for sure, new characters. We already know from the first movie that Johnny Cage, Kitana, and possibly even Noob Saibot are likely to show up in the sequel. Louis Tan asked MK fans who they wanted to see in the upcoming sequel, and his choices were Kitana, Noob Saibot, and Smoke, which, given an MK lore's past, we could definitely see Kuai Liang, Sub-Zero, and more of the Lin Kuei members, and maybe even Quan Chi. Uppercut Edition suggested Ermac, and as I've discussed in previous videos, we could see Emperor Shao Kahn, Jade, and possibly even Baraka. One fan even went so far to suggest that Max Wan, who could potentially reprise his role as Revenant Kung Lao, which Max Wan gave his blessing by saying, "Good idea." This seems doable if Shang Tsung wants to either use Kung Lao as a member of his team, or if characters like Ermac and Quan Chi intervene. After the news of the announcement, Johnny Cage trended on Twitter at number 28, with many fans giving their opinions on who they'd like to see play that character. As I've discussed in a past video, the WWE's The Miz has consistently been a top pick to play the character, And Grace Randolph from the Beyond the Trailer took a recent poll, and 42.6% of her fans picked Chris Evans to play the role. And in her response to those numbers, she said, "Chris Evans is my pick because he's perfect, but considering the B-movie quality of the first film, the paycheck would have to be substantial." Are you excited about Mortal Kombat 2? And what do you want to see change, and who do you want to see in it? Next up, let's talk about Ed Boon becoming Hall of Famer Ed Boon. It was announced on Thursday that Ed Boon will be inducted into the Academy of Interactive Arts and Sciences Hall of Fame at this year's Design, Innovate, Communicate, and Entertain Awards. The Hall of Fame award is reserved for individuals who have been instrumental in the development of high influential games. These individuals are usually associated with having moved a particular genre forward. Candidates are typically designers or creative directors, but can also be technologists, producers, or production executives. These individuals demonstrate the highest level of creativity and innovation, which results in significant product influence on a scale that expands the scope of the industry. In a press statement, the president of the AIAS, Megan Scavio, stated that the AIAS is thrilled to have Ed be inducted into the Hall of Fame. From his early work on pinball machines to his monumental achievements co-creating the Mortal Kombat franchise, Ed's dedication and perseverance to the craft and art of the games has left an incredible legacy for fans and game developers alike. Past Hall of Fame inductees have included Connie Booth, Bonnie Ross, Todd Howard, Hideo Kojima, Leslie Benzies, Dan and Sam Hauser, and Tim Sweeney. The 25th annual DICE Awards will take place on February 24th during this year's DICE Summit at the Mandalay Bay Resort in Las Vegas. Next up, let's talk about how did Dwayne Johnson just get Ed Boon's blessing to be in the Mortal Kombat movie sequel? In a recent interview with Men's Journal talking about his health and fitness routine for his upcoming role in DC's Black Adam, Dwayne Johnson was asked about his future endeavors he might have with bringing video game characters to the big screen. The Rock was asked, "You've had a long history with Microsoft and Xbox. Do you have any plans to bring video game characters to the big screen?" He responded, "I've always been a big Madden fan. I can't tell you which game in particular we're doing, but there will be an announcement this year. We're going to bring one of the biggest, most badass games to the screen, one that I've played for years. I'm really excited to bring it to fans around the world. Of course, we're going to do it right by our gamer friends, but really we're just going to make a great movie." As the article stated, The Rock has had a long history with Microsoft and the Xbox. Back at CES 2001, the console was actually unveiled by The Rock and Bill Gates. Microsoft teamed up with The Rock again for the 20th anniversary of the Xbox with a giveaway back in November. During the 20th anniversary online show, Microsoft announced that they teamed up with The Rock to unveil the Xbox Vault, an immersive online experience inspired by Red Notice and filled with legendary Xbox artifacts, giving fans a chance to win one of over 1,000 limited edition prizes. So which video game could The Rock be referring to? Given The Rock's history with Microsoft, it's possible that a Microsoft-owned IP could be the video game that The Rock is referencing. Fallout could be the video game he's talking about since it's developed by Bethesda, which was recently acquired by Microsoft back in March of 2021. Minecraft is already being made into a movie with Warner Brothers and is set to come out this March, so probably not that. Forza has had a 2D animation movie that was released by Netflix back in 2017 featuring Jason Statham, so probably not that. Also, given The Rock's history with the Fast and Furious and Hobbs and Shaw movies, I don't think he would really need Forza. The Halo franchise already has a show set to debut on Paramount Plus this year, and The Rock has starred in previous football movies with 2006's Gridiron Gang and 2007's The Game Plan, so I don't know if he'd really do a Madden game. But an IP and franchise that is still waiting on a movie or a series is Gears of War. Back in May, it was reported that Netflix was considering purchasing the necessary rights to adapt the aforementioned property, with the streaming service eager to make either a movie or even a TV show. Previously, Dave Bautista was rumored to be involved and even expressed his interest in being involved in the project, but maybe The Rock beat him to the punch. The Rock has been in video game-related movies before with 2005's Doom and 2018's Rampage. The Rock even tried to develop a movie for the video game franchise Spy Hunter after he participated in the 2006 Spy Hunter Nowhere to Run, but was able to get anything off the ground. In response to the news that Dwayne Johnson wants to do another video game movie, Ed Boon retweeted the news with the caption, "You make a great Shao Kahn, thumbs up." Funny you say that, Ed. Back in June 2021, I reported a rumor was going around that Warner Brothers supposedly wanted to have Dwayne Johnson in the next Mortal Kombat movie. The rumor mentioned that the unannounced MK movie sequel will be getting a bigger budget and probably add some named characters this time around to play newly added characters. This still seems like a possibility since The Rock has been in previous Warner Brothers movies including San Andreas, Central Intelligence, Rampage, and will be in the upcoming DC movies League of Super Pets and Black Adam. And he's also producing Emergency Contact with Yahya Abdul-Mateen II, so it's easy to say he's in the WB family. Dwayne Johnson has a track record of movie blockbuster successes with many earning over $7 million, and even Jumanji earning almost $1 billion at the box office. So Warner Brothers may want to court him for the Mortal Kombat sequel and hope he could bring that box office goal to the franchise. As far as who he play, in the video I made previously, I said it's pretty clear that The Rock doesn't play second fiddle to anyone. So he would definitely play Shao Kahn if he's in the movie, and I think that'd be a great choice. I think with him in the role, we would get a Shao Kahn that is up for some action and can definitely do some damage. We haven't seen his performance in Black Adam yet, but there's no doubt that he could crank up the ruthlessness of that role and deliver us an MK Emperor. User @TammyGagnon on Twitter suggests that maybe The Rock could play another powerful Khan in MK, Kotal Khan. In his tweet he said, "A few days ago Ed Boon said The Rock would make a great Shao Kahn, but hear me out for a second, what if he played another Khan, with a picture of The Rock as Kotal Khan? This could actually be a good choice too, given The Rock's love of cultural heritage. In the Fast and Furious movies and Moana, The Rock played characters that gave him a chance to express his own culture in the movies. It's possible he might want to play Kotal Khan and heighten the Aztec culture throughout his portrayal. What do you think about The Rock when he make another video game movie? Which video game franchise do you think he's going to make? And do you think Mortal Kombat is on his radar?" And finally, let's talk about that Mortal Kombat 12 NetherRealm Studios leak. On Thursday, senior production manager at NetherRealm Studios, Jonathan Anderson, tweeted a photo of his desk. The photo showed printouts of artwork for Mortal Kombat 2, and Injustice 2 lying sporadically around the desk, but at the corner of the photo is his monitor, which shows a file partially called MK12_mask ... with Reptile following it. The photo, which garnered quick attention from fans, was repeatedly removed after around 10 minutes by Anderson, supposedly because it was revealed that NetherRealm Studios was working on an unannounced Mortal Kombat 12. After much discussion and theories as to what happened, it was determined that the photo may have been a deliberate tease or troll disguised to look like an accident. In the photo, if you look at the monitor, you can also see part of an email referring to a video which shouldn't be shared, saying, "Our fans eagerly scraped the internet for any trace of Mortal Kombat information," adding, "Take extra care with this material." Journalist Jeff Grubb claimed last August that NetherRealm is currently working on Mortal Kombat 12, suggesting the studio is prioritizing it over DC superhero series Injustice due to uncertainty over its future with parent company WB Games. It lines up with reality, and it lines up with what I've heard, where Mortal Kombat 12 would make the most sense because that's a game they've known will make money. It will sell well. Mortal Kombat 11 was great, it's doing well, but if you come out with the Mortal Kombat 12, it will also sell and do well. Last year we got quite a few leaks saying that Mortal Kombat 12 would be the next game from NetherRealm Studios, and that we could expect an announcement on or around the 30th anniversary of Mortal Kombat this fall. Given some of the other pictures on Anderson's desk, including stuff from Mortal Kombat 2, which would kind of correlate with what we've seen recently from the arcade actor who played Kung Lao on his Instagram, and the recent kind of tweets from Ed Boon talking about how we could have some OG arcade actors coming from the future for maybe a skin back in MK12, this kind of makes sense. But only time will tell, but I imagine with this tease, whether accidental or intentional, more news will come out about the game soon. And that's it for today's video, guys. If you liked it, make sure you hit that thumbs up button, and make sure you subscribe to the channel so you can miss any of my Mortal Kombat 2 videos coming up. Also, make sure you check out the description below so you can catch up on all the Mortal Kombat 2 videos I've done so far, and I'll see you guys next time on the Mashup.